not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there, I do not sleep. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there, I did not die.
Chewed a hole in my soul and I was still starving. This fucking demon in my head's like a drill sergeant. Fuck the CP, dog, you need a real album. I deal with amalgam in the pill problem. Again to go and get your face off the milk cotton you've been on since you've been starting. All that sobriety shit, dieting, trying to quit. Fighting and hiding out from society sick. Come back potting your head to the side and it's slick. It's so exciting when all the girls are riding your dick. Look what you're riding, it's falling off a cliff. You know the cure for that though, go get an 8-ball and a 5th. Pour the Jamie light a smoke, take a haul and a sniff. Birth with the curse, then curse the call of the gift. Fuck the bullshit, talking all this positiveness. Your heart's in the right place, we'll give your jaws an assist. But let's get back to this madness, back to this money, and back to these habits that I have to become me. I can almost feel the fire burning back in my stomach. Heard the whispers of the public, they had practically hung me. They said I had a good run, I would fly some, then crash and burn. They say the good die young. The thought of it made him bang his head. There's a word on the street, it spread, the Slaine is dead. It's been so long, you seen my face. Will I come back to plead my case? Where am I gone? The time comes to make a leap of faith. There's no way to keep the secret safe. The Slaine is dead. Slaine is dead. Slaine is dead. They said Slaine is dead. So many dark days, they had ruptured my patience. I like to part ways, but I'm stuck in the matrix. See, I've been out of luck, so corrupted and faithless. And now without a buck, I'm like, fuck it, I hate this. So many close calls, all these brushes with greatness were not enough to bow my spaceship. Not enough to persuade the gods right fates where they sit. As they parade the dogs war off they cliff. And as I fell from grace through the winds of sin, I had to go and find my wings again. While the angel of death goes and sings the hymn, as he strangled my breath, tore me limb from limb. Will you let your soul slip into the other side? Or will the caterpillar turn into the butterfly? I can see the pain falling from my mother's eyes, but I keep on falling for these fucking lies. Still my mind holding on to the liquor and coke. And my fire almost out, but there's a flicker of hope. In these institution walls where they kicking the dope, I'm reminded of the power of that shit that I wrote. I walk with the devil, talking to God. Murder stories in this purgatory, coughing up blood. But I will not break, I will not fall. This is just another rhyme that I wrote on my wall. It's been so long, you seen my face. Will I come back to plead my case? Where am I gone? The time comes to make a leap of faith. There's no way to keep the secret safe. The Slaine is dead. Slaine is dead. Slaine is dead. They said Slaine is dead. Slaine is dead. The checks bounced, short of hearing is cancelled. The label pulled the record, they ain't clearing the samples. My mind gone for good, they say my spirit in shambles. It's too long that I've been caught in these nefarious scandals. So I just sip these spirits and gamble in the pub with crack panels. In the ceiling, Jack Daniels got me feeling like a hurricane. Tearing through my city with the flood and rain. Washed in the gutter with the blood and pain. Cut up cane, nose leaking, stumbling and muttering. Hoes tweaking pot cars after hours, lovers lane. Bone chilling, track marks covering the mother's veins. Alone feeling killing me. God, what's become of Slaine? Oh no, what a shame. What a money, what a fame. What's the meaning? Guess he got some demons that he couldn't tame. So many years of these nights I waited the weather. Everybody knows my name, but I'm isolated as ever.
Living this life I lead, no one prays for me.
my past mama, I just made it. Stuck jaded, cold shattered and just faded. Same old me, but my old habits are updated. Bring OE to the champagne and the flutes. Anger in my heart that they can't tame in the booth. Hooked on the same thing, that's the brand name of the group. And since we on this little campaign of the truth, kids shake their heads and look when they spot him on the block. Say I'm ice cold, I say I beg your pardon, but I'm hot. It's a long way to climb when you started with no shot. Been in my bottom at the bottom, in my bottom at the top. What's the problem? Why don't you stop? What's your problem? What you care for? I just lost a friend that I couldn't shed a tear for. Eventually when the gas runs to E, guess who's left looking? The last one to see, it's me.
Living this life I lead, no one prays for me. 2 shots get you rocked off top, we play for keeps. Black ski mask, black Glock, black flag fly down the back block. Point blank range with the red dot. Nobody prays for me.
At the man in the background as he moves real calm through a dark bar. Slick when he pass a gram there in that pound. Underpack in the trunk of his pop car. He moves through the winter like a cold wind. Discreet with the style as he goes in. He dodges like a shock through the ocean. It meets with a smile like an old friend. Push up. The poet, the prophet, the preacher, the pusher, the people, the power, the product, the pusher. He rolls with the toast on his waistline and walks with the yay in his pocket. Gets ghost when he knows he can FaceTime, but some days there's no way you can stop it. You can sniff smoke, shoot it or snort it. It's your choice of the way that you rock it. You do what you gotta do to support it, and that's how he stays with the prophet. Pusher. The poet, the prophet, the preacher, the pusher, the people, the power, the product, the pusher. Pusher. With the hustle and the tricks of this trade, bumping next to other kids in 6th grade. When he was tutored to what zips the bricks weighed, put on a little muscle and he ditched the switchblade. And he ain't been in a cage, but after every close call the adrenaline stays. But it's getting him paid, and he ain't trying to live off a minimum wage. Push up. The poet, the prophet, the preacher, the pusher, the people, the power, the product, the pusher. The calls come early from the dope heads as they awake for their heroin promptly. He starts bagging up grams off his rope end. He's out serving these American zombies. The word spread quick and it came back. Somebody OD'd on his product. Now they all want bags off the same batch. He tells them if you need it, I got it. The pusher. The poet, the prophet, the preacher, the pusher, the people, the power, the product, the pusher. Pusher. And so it goes with the story of the pusher, the big dream of the grittiest kids, the quick scheme in the place that'll put you in the truth what insidious is. Behind it all is a snake with the apple. She's known to tell the prettiest fibs. Can't forget about the Jake and the shackle. In the death in any city it lives. In the city it lives, nobody's killing the high. You can smell it in the air, you can feel it inside. When you're stuck on a pavement, it's thrilling to fly. So we're fucked up and caged in and willing to die. So tell me, is he villain or not? When his back's against the wall with $1,000,001 shot to make it alive. There's a war before dawn. The cycle continues and the story goes on. told me that my family was warped, that my daddy was a sicko, mommy's sanity is off. I tried screaming out for help, she couldn't hear me on the porch. You slam my head off the sidewalk, teary-eyed I force myself off the ground, acting like it ain't a big deal. Dragging my handlebars, you ripped the tires off my big wheel. I was only 5 and you were older, how's that kid feel? Learning about some people in this world and what is real. But the years passed, all you kids failed. The high wasn't there for you, all you pigs squealed. We moved out our childhoods and we became men. You're the same now, you were the same then. Just the other day I seen you drinking at the bar, talking shit about your friends while they wasn't there. And you halfway kiss my ass cause you're thinking I'm a star to make a sideways remark, but I doesn't care. See, integrity is where I guess the leadership's acquired. I built this life of mine with steel and I treated it with fire. I can take my wins and losses but believe that I'm a fighter. I'm a lion, you're a rat, you're a mosquito, I'm a spider. So I suppose that I could trust to say it's hard for me to tolerate this shit, but it's just the way you are. So I suppose that I could trust to say it's hard for me to tolerate this shit, but it's just the way you are.
This is the life I chose. This is the life I chose. This is the life, the life. My heart gun froze.
You a maggot, you a bitch, you a pussy, you a coward, and you beat up your girl the only time you get violent. See me on the block when I was a little younger and you was a little taller, so you was a little stronger, so you try to rob my chain. Put me on my wallet till I got a little older and my gun got brolic. Now I'm on the TV screen, chilling and I'm ballin' while you locked up. Everybody fucking your baby mama, boy, the life. 3-6 old, they call it karma. You shot up my mama's house, but I was praying for your mama. I was raised right. My mama always showed me love. You was the cat in the back of the class that torture bugs. Fuck the court, no love for the judge or the DA. Y'all let the predators go and lock me for some weak yay. I'm on my iPhone 6 while you on your prepaid flip phone. You should kill yourself, here's the pistol. Pistol, 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 pistol. I'm starting to see clearer than I ever have. Bipolar, tell me which one is my better half. Eyes colder cause I slipped up on my better path. My shoulders are so chipped I almost never laugh. You can hear my revving wrath sounding like the engine of a 747 crash. Back out the trash, I was never more as ready as. Now I'm feeling sharper than a heavy ass machete slash. Give me lip, cut your head in half, you won't get it back. Had some dead weight on my back, I got rid of that. Got my head straight and left the flask in my lidded past. And I ain't bitter or a quitter, but consider that I lost a few rings. I'm trying to do things to get it back. Cause life isn't all roses and daffodils, especially when you rose from the bullet holes and smashed up pills. Made it out alive but pissed away $500,000. Trying to keep a smile, I'm having a hard time laughing still.
Keep this smile while they keep looking down on me. Knocked down, I get up, this is how to be. Knocked down, I get up, this is how to be. Knocked down, I get up, this is how to be. Keep this smile while they keep looking down on me. Knocked down, I get up, this is how to be. Knocked down, I get up, this is how to be. Knocked down, I get up, this is how to be. Knocked down, knocked down, knocked down, knocked down, knocked down, knocked down, knocked down.
Back with a ton of fire, allowed me to run it by her. The stunning ire and the anger of a cunning liar. Each thought rapidly pop like a gun is fired. So when my son is Sam, damn it, and my son Messiah. It's hunger, fire, pain, and anger in a jambalaya. But they don't wanna see it cooking, they just wanna fry her. So for a minute I felt tired and uninspired. It's not long before regrets come running by ya. My stomach tied up in knots, I ride up the blocks and size up and plot with thoughts that I had outfoxed. Too many things to get here to just retire and watch. Started feeling like a fighter that's still dying in a box. So until the day I die in a box, I'ma persevere through everything and anything. I know that it hurts to hear, but I ain't going nowhere. I'm just so set up to win that even when I get knocked down, I know that I'll get up again.
Keep this smile while they keep looking down on me. Knocked down, I get up, this is how to be. Knocked down, I get up, this is how to be. Knocked down, I get up, this is how to be. Keep this smile while they keep looking down on me. Knocked down, I get up, this is how to be. Knocked down, I get up, this is how to be. Knocked down, I get up, this is how to be. Knocked down, knocked down, knocked down, knocked down.
walking with my Walkman on, bopping with no vodka spilling, escaping the maze in a haze. It was an awesome feeling. Spinning fences, saw bugs, dreaming, talking millions. Cut out pictures taped across the walls and ceilings. The trolley car rumbled by my window. I'm rocking Molly Mile to calm me down before I ever popped a benzo. I might be young, but the world has seen how cold it is. Last night I heard the siren, someone stabbed one of the older kids below the ribs. He bled and died. I seen his mother and his brethren cry, revenging eyes looking up to heaven's skies. That's when I learned about time and how it never lies, it never stops for nobody. And I was only 7, might have been 8 or 9, fine, that was all it took. Took everything I felt and saw and wrote it in a book. My mother found my shoebox and knew I had the hottest hot. Life was hot, she knew knocks, I hadn't hit the hottest pride.
I remember in the days when things were new. I just wanted to be legendary. Oh, everything is so cold, the sun melts through. That's what you do to be legendary.
Yeah, yeah. I was walking with my Walkman on. Similar to Lebanon, straight bullets, third world of Bed-Stuy. East New York creeps for hawks, reach for yours before the reaper draws. Take 10 paces, pull out, and let the sweeper roar. Sweet like candy till an ambulance is handy. 1 minute laughing and happy till they massacre your family. It was all good a week ago, peep it slow, hindsight's 2020. And killers like money, money, I'd rather cherish than perish. Rhyme terrorist, climb Everest. My endeavors give me wings, ride Pegasus, give me purpose. Light a fire in the furnace, I provide a service. Watch closely, try and learn this from the projects, professor. I'll leave a legendary catalog behind, so I will live forever. Guess I'm fucked, only thing I love is drugs and magnums. So mama taught me never to take what I love for granted.
I remember in the days when things were new. I just wanted to be legendary. Oh, everything is so cold, the sun melts through. That's what you do. Legendary. Oh,
yeah, I was walking with my Walkman on, listening to Etta James. Nothing changed if nothing changed unless you have a better range. Broken glass everywhere from the broken homes. Every Philly street is like the boulevard of broken bones. The only white ball, but still they provide love for me. I come from a place where the devil reside comfortably. A lot of these motherfuckers out here, sons to me, denying I'm the father of their style of taking blood from me. Maybe I'm a narcissist, maybe I'm an arsonist. I just wish that there was more David Foster Wallaces. I would read dictionaries and study thesauruses. Look for the proper definition of what an artist is. Literary chauvinist, little to worry logicist. I only follow rappers I thought was bringing apocalypse. I never ever refer to myself as legendary. My son good, so everything else is just secondary.
I remember in the days when things were new. I just wanted to be legendary. Oh, everything is so cold, the sun melts through. That's what you do to be legendary. Oh, yeah. Be legendary. Oh. Be legendary. Oh.
But look at this, I'm back, and at times it feels like I never left. I done seen my American dreams come true. Kick the habits I acquired in this place, whatever's next. I'ma make the most of it, but I carry ghosts of it. Several deaths close to me. Every step that I take is supposed to be like an oath to me, but I carry forth with this torch with a heavy chest. There's really no throne in this kingdom. Not by them hoops where you shoot or you sling from. Not in that stoop where you hang and you drink rum. Not on that stage or that mic that we sing from. Every piece of this history was like a symphony, passionately played and scripted to have an infamy. The epiphany of an epitaph, forever living infamy. The waves of this Poseidon that I've been riding so sinfully. So when I'm gone, know this world, it won't miss a step. Whether I'm old or I'm young, the tongue kiss of death is a higher power that I figured was true. The greatest story ever written, and it's bigger than you. I've been around the world, always looking for something I had to find out on my own. I had it in my heart all along, I did what I had to do, but I got some sins for which I will atone, so I'm coming home. I've been around the world, always looking for something else to maybe fill the hole, but I saw that road become cold, and it took what it was owed, so I'm coming back to maybe save my soul. Yeah, I'm coming home. They say you can't come home again, but look at this, I'm back. And at times it feels like I never left. I done seen my American dreams come true. Kick the habits I acquired in this place, whatever's next. I'ma make the most of it, but I carry ghosts of it. Several deaths close to me. Every step that I take is supposed to be like an oath to me, but I carry forth with this torch with the heavy chest. They say there's no room for the weak here. From them streets to the seat, you should keep clear. But it's deep when you sleep and you eat there. So when it all changed, how could you prepare the big head with a plus size and a mask? Dust skies with a stash, cut ties with the past. Dust flies in the path of the light in the dark room, as it became clear what was coming from my heart soon. Nowhere to run or hide, suicide or homicide. What if I recover and I make it out the other side? Perhaps there's still some time left for my salvation. The time is here and the future's what I'm now facing. I've been around the world, always looking for something I had to find out on my own. I had it in my heart all along, I did what I had to do, but I got some sins for which I will atone, so I'm coming home. I've been around the world, always looking for something else to maybe fill the hole, but I saw that road become cold, and it took what it was owed, so I'm coming back to maybe save my soul. Yeah, I'm coming home.
Saint Michael, the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the malice and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do you, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the divine power, thrust into hell Satan and all evil spirits who prowl about the world, seeking the ruin of souls. Amen.